Welcome to the Southeast Idaho Weather Hazard Briefing for Tuesday, December 3rd. We'll take a look at the satellite imagery since this does paint most of the picture for today. This broad swath of light blue to dark gray across Southeast Idaho is the extent of our cloud cover, our low stratus, with fog this morning. The central mountains are generally clear, although through the Salmon River region, through Stanley, through Chalice, and up towards Salmon, there are some pockets of low clouds and fog up in these areas as well. We'll take a look at the fog depiction as of 6 a.m. this morning. Although this does show that the fog severity is high, we'll just go ahead and depict this as the general spread of the fog this morning. Observations are indicating that visibilities are generally between 1/2 and about 2 miles through most of these areas. So the fog is not dense, which would be widespread conditions of 1/4 mile or less. That said, we do have temperatures, particularly in the upper valley, where surface temperatures are below freezing. And there are areas where this low cloud and fog is depositing some pockets of freezing drizzle. We've also seen some mixed precipitation this morning. We've seen some areas of light rain. We've seen some areas of snow, but we do expect that most of this precipitation, this very light precipitation, should dissipate through very early this morning, leaving just generally the fog with some occasional drizzle or flurries through the day. We'll take a look at the depiction of the fog as we expect it to start to erode from the edges through the late morning into the afternoon. You can see the fog severity index here on this graphic is showing some pretty good erosion of these pockets through the afternoon, so we are expecting to see maybe a little bit of sunshine this afternoon. However, with all this moisture that we have had and this ridge of high pressure on top of us, we should probably expect a lot of this to try to redevelop overnight, so we will see some low clouds and probably some fog redevelop, especially in the lower elevation areas. Temperatures today for most of the lower elevations are expected to rise above freezing. So where we do see some of this very, very light precipitation develop in some of these pockets, we should see the diminishment of the threat of freezing precipitation as these temperatures warm up through the day. So that high pressure will stay in place through Friday. And as we move into Friday night and Saturday, we'll see some precipitation spread across the region with maximum temperatures during the day expected to be above freezing. We'll probably expect rain or a rain-snow mix at most lower elevation areas as we move into the weekend. But we are expecting some high elevation snows. Exact amounts at this time are still quite uncertain, but look for those details as we get later on in the week. This will conclude the briefing for this morning. If you have additional questions, please feel free to call the number on the screen. If you have comments or feedback on the content or delivery of this briefing, please feel free to drop our webmaster an email. And thank you for joining us.